Alrighty, what's up everybody, Peter Gilmore here for video number 2 on your 2 for Friday, because it's the weekend, gotta get ready for the weekend. Alright, so video number 2 on this late Friday night, this time on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. Thank you for watching, make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button in my pants, down in the description box below. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap that bell, treat it like it's your bitch, and smack it around. Do whatever the fuck you want to it, but hit the bell, get notified when I do a video, and turn on all notifications so you get notified. And if not, well, unsubscribe, resubscribe again, hit the bell again, turn on all notifications again. Hopefully that way you get it. If not, well, I'm sorry for you. Can't help you. But you know, search my name, search my channel, so you'll find it. Then go to my videos and my videos or live section, and my newest video will be right there, and my past videos as well, which you can comment and have fun with. And that's all I gotta say about that. So like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell. That's all you gotta do. That's it. And if it's your first time watching, thanks for coming to the channel. I hope you'll enjoy the ride. Welcome to the party, pal. And if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, leave a comment in the chat or after the video, and that's all I gotta say about that. And move on. That's it. Alright, on this late Friday night, January the 27th, 2023, or if you're watching on the replay, January the 28th, 2023, it is time for your late night Smackdown and AEW Rampage review for January the 27th, 2023. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Alright, so some pretty good shows tonight on your Friday night, heading into the final weekend of January. So we got all that. I hope you had a great Friday, and I hope you have a great weekend. And if not, well, just too bad for you. Well, make the most of it. That's all I gotta say about that. Got good sports this weekend. We got the Royal Rumble tomorrow night, I should say, and then we got Championship Sunday. The Bungles and the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. And then we got the game I'm really nervous about and invested in, the pedophile Eagles at home taking on the 49ers and Brock Purdy. That's going to be a great game. 3 o'clock start on Sunday on Fox. And we'll see who goes to the Super Bowl. One more day, and I'm getting geared up for Niner football. Hopefully it won't be like last season where we basically had the Rams on the ropes and just went in the fourth quarter. Hopefully we don't have that. But it should be a great game. Both games should be exciting tomorrow. But we'll see what happens starting at 3 p.m. That's it. Alright, so like I said, great night of wrestling action tonight. Smackdown was pretty good, decent, pretty good. The go-home show before tomorrow night's Royal Rumble event on pay-per-view from the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. Should be great. I'll be doing my predictions tomorrow afternoon. Early, so hopefully sometime tomorrow afternoon, because I got things to do in the morning. So I got to do that. Then I got to do NXT. So I'm going to try to get 2 videos done before the Rumble. And then I might do the Rumble review either late tomorrow night or late Sunday, because I will be out like basically the entire weekend. But too bad for you. That's it, and that's pretty much it. But I'm gonna get all those videos hopefully done by late Sunday. So everything's gonna be done this weekend. Then we go back to hopefully a regularly scheduled program through most of February, because that'll go by quick. And then March is a little bit iffy because I got baseball coming up. I got to do my baseball review at the end of right near the end of the month. I may be taking Mania week off because I might be away, but where you won't know. So I might be taking taking Mania week off, so I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. But even if I do take off, I will try to get some videos up while I'm on vacation. If I do go on vacation, like I'm still finalizing. Hopefully, I'll get it finalized by the end of next month. But in any event, if I do go away, I will try to get a mini Raw, NXT, Dynamite, and SmackDown Rampage review. Then I will do predictions video. Hopefully I'll see, because I might not be able to do the predictions for Supercard of Honor and then WrestleMania Night 1 and 2. And then the reviews are going to be coming really late. So I might even review WrestleMania this year or Supercard of Honor. If I do, it'll be really late. Probably the day after Night 2 of WrestleMania. But it is what it is. But I'll let you guys know when we get closer and closer to WrestleMania week. And that's pretty much it. So stay tuned, hit the bell, and check out my community posts, because I might put some posts regarding that coming up in March. Well, we got all that. But we'll move on. All right. So let's start off with SmackDown. The go home edition of SmackDown was a pretty decent show. Main event of Kevin Owens and the Enforcer Soto. So that was a marquee match, and see what happens with the Usos and our good friend Sami Zayn, because Rowan was on Jimmy Fallon tonight, bashing The Rock, which was great, and looking great as always, because as the tribal chief, he doesn't have to do shit. So we'll acknowledge the chief. So that was pretty damn good tonight on Jimmy Fallon. He looked like $1 million with both belts. Kind of hyping up the Royal Rumble, of course, so that's his job. And then, Jimmy Fallon brought up The Rock, because you think The Rock, there's rumors about a Rock Roman match at WrestleMania, and he's bringing up that The Rock's not in shape, and he's not conditioned, and all that shit. And everybody's thinking, The Rock's gonna be at the Rumble tomorrow. I don't care if he is or not. The Rock's a bitch. Rock's a bitch. If he's in there, he wins. Great, big whoop. I don't care. He's gonna lose to Roman. It's automatic. But if he's not, then the obvious choice of Cody Rhodes or possibly Sami Zayn plays in. There was somebody actually mentioned. I think it was on the Wrestling Inc. podcast in the chat, saying, "Oh, what do you think about Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes winning like a Lex Luger Bret Hart type Rumble win?" And then you have Roman face Cody on night 1 and then face Sami on night 2, and you split the belts up. So we go into the draft on the Raw after WrestleMania. That could work. I really don't want to see that, but if WWE wants to split the belts like they're splitting up the tag team belts, then they want to go that route, then go that route. I personally don't think it should happen. I think Roman should just keep both belts, or just what I think he should do, just hold both belts to Mania, beat Cody, and then the Raw after Mania, just merge the belt into one goddamn belt again. So you don't have to worry about splitting the belts up. Just have one goddamn belt. Let Roman be on 2 shows. He could do it if he wanted to, but he doesn't have to. But, USA wants 1 belt, Fox wants 1 belt, and fuck you. You don't need to split the belts up. Who cares? And that's all I gotta say about that. All right, let's get to SmackDown. All right, so we are from the Sames Auto Arena in Laredo, Texas. Scared them Cowboys that day. Yeah, that shithole state of Texas. And our commentary team, as always, Mitchell Cole and my good friend, Bad News Wade Bennett. And I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. You have to be very quiet because the missus is sleeping. She's sleeping because we had we went rounds before, so gotta be quiet. But I digress. We had a bit busy day, and then a rough night, if you know what I mean. But I digress. Anyway, all right. So SmackDown, like I said, was pretty good, the go-home show for the Royal Rumble. So we started off with a recap from Raw 30 with the trial of Sami Zayn and what happened with that. You know, my name is Paul Heyman, basically saying that Sami's guilty as charged, no pun intended. And, Roman's, trying to give Sami a defense. Sami's like, I don't have to defend myself. So Roman's like, well, if you don't have a defense, well, fuck you. Solo, take care of him. And then we all know what happened after that. Jey Uso saved Sami from getting a spike in his neck by Solo. Praised Sami for his contributions to the Bloodline and for, putting his body on the line for the Bloodline like a family member would do. Jimmy agreed. And then the fans are like, yeah, let's keep Sami in the Bloodline till WrestleMania. Why not? And then Roman's like, he found him not guilty, but, I don't want to see you until Mania. Not Mania, sorry. I don't want to see him till the Rumble. So we got all that. So we saw that. And then we see a black car, obviously, a black car. We don't see limos these days anymore. So we see a black car come up, black truck. And out come the Usos and Solo. They're obviously there. So they come out. And then we see Sami Zayn sneak up behind them. I don't know where he came from. He's in a black hoodie. As I was talking to Jay, she's like, you shouldn't be here. What are you doing here? So they're talking, and Sami thanks Jay for having his back. And Sami's like, if you ever need anything, let me know. And Jay's like, okay. So it's this, handshake thing. He's like, get out of here before Roman finds out. So Sami leaves. He's like, I gotta go to the airport or something like that. But Sami's going to still be there, and something's going to happen with Kevin Owens and Solo in the main event. Something's going to happen. So we get all that. All right, so I gave that first segment 3.25 out of 5 stars. And we are off and running on SmackDown. All right, so we get the pyro. We are live. And we start off with our first match of the night. Big man versus little man. So we had Rey Mysterio, booyaka booyaka, as he takes on Killer Cross with the lovely Scarlett Bordeaux at ringside. Oh, get into it. Scarlett, yes. Alright, so we're seeing if Killer Cross can kill the... What was he? The Emperor? Not the Emperor. What was his stupid tarot card? What was it? The Emperor? I forget. Madcap Moss was the Joker. I think Rey's the Emperor. So we're seeing if Rey can once again beat the big man, because he's known as the man who can beat the big man. Alright, so Scarlett's at ringside looking amazing, looking like she was about to GM SmackDown tonight. So Rey starts off with a Hurricane Rana to startle Cross, but gets tossed over the top rope for his effort. You're like a sack of garbage. Then they switch places. Then we get a sliding sunset flip, sends Cross into the barricade as we go to break. Ow. But we come back. Rey fights back. Shrugs off Scarlett's attempted distraction to trip him like she tried to do, like she did last week, which led to Cross locking in the straitjacket choke. Choked him out. That's it. So, Rey sidesteps that, hits the 619 into dropping a dime, top rope splash for a near fall, and Cross is pissed. And he's so mad that Rey, I think he tried for a powerbomb or some type of move, and Rey countered that into a crucifix bomb. Not crucifix bomb, sorry, crucifix pin. 1, 2, 3, Rey Mysterio beats Killer Cross. Why? I would have had Killer Cross wipe the floor with him in this match. Why you have Rey beat him? See, this is why I hate WWE bringing Killer Cross back, because he looks like the same fucking thing he was when he was on the main roster when Vince got rid of him. He's in boring as fuck feuds. I mean, I like the Drew McIntyre feud, but even though that went a little bit long, but why couldn't he just go right to Roman? Why couldn't he go right to somebody else? I know it's a heel. I was going to say Cross versus Walter, which would have been great, but I'm not going to see that. But I would have had Killer Cross go right to Roman Reigns. Like, so what's he doing facing a midget like freaking Rey Mysterio? I don't know if that's Hunter's idea of creative, what they're going to do with Cross and Scarlett. I mean, he goes from Madcap Moss, and then he beats the crap out of them and Emma. And then he loses to fucking Rey Mysterio after a couple of weeks of beating him up. 50-50 booking, I see that, but I mean, come on. This guy should be going after the Intercontinental title, or at least the World title. He's just stuck in limbo. Why? Anyway, should have went to AEW. I don't even know what they would have done with him there anyway, but anyway, Ray gets the win in a little over 7 minutes. Match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. Wasn't great, but yeah, I just wish freaking Killer Cross would have won the match. But that's it. All right, after that, we get a look at Brock, not Purdy, Lesnar, returning on Raw 30 this past Monday to cost Bobby Lashley, the almighty Bobby Lashley, the United States title on Raw in his match with Austin Theory. F5'd him, and he's like, oh. Beastie. So we're gonna see if Beastie is gonna be on SmackDown. There were rumors of him appearing on SmackDown. I'll get to that in a little bit. So like foreshadowing. Let me move on. All right, then we get a promo from my good friend Bayley. Give me a hug. She's rooting for those Niners on Sunday. So we have Bayley. She talks about what happened on Monday with that match that should have happened. That steel cage match with Becky and the beatdown inside the cage with her, Dakota Kai, and my third wife Io. So she mentions that, and then she mentions that they're gonna be in the Rumble match, and they're gonna win. One of them is gonna win at least. I like Dakota Kai's hair, very nice. Io looking amazing as always. What can you say? What can I say about Io that I haven't said already? I can't say anything bad about Io. Io's just amazing, and that's all I gotta say about that. I like cats. She likes my dog, if you know what I mean. Yeah. And that's it. Alright, so Damage Control is in the Rumble. Yeah, a little bit too late to announce a lot of the women to be in the Rumble. Like Lacey Evans, Shayna Baszler, like Xia Li later on, and we find out Xia Li's gonna be in the Rumble. Like, who cares? It's like 8 women, 8 or 9. I think it was like 8 women already announced for the Rumble, and they're gonna be 20-something more people. Besides the women, like Chowie's gonna be in it. Who cares? Aaliyah might be in it. I haven't seen Aaliyah in a while. Lacey Evans is gonna be in it. Nobody cares. Xia Li, who cares? Tamina, who cares? Liv Morgan's gonna be in it. Raquel Rodriguez. I mean, I guess they're gonna bring up half the NXT women's roster. So Toxic Attraction might be in it. Indy Hartwell will probably be in it. I think maybe Lexi will do double duty. Charlotte might be in it. Becky definitely is gonna be in it. I mean, where are these women gonna come from? They're gonna bring in like women from the Performance Center or NXT Level Up to be in this fucking Rumble just because they have their like 5 seconds in the match. You're gonna get out of here? They should not do a fucking women's Royal Rumble. It's stupid because they can't find any women on the fucking roster. Stupid. It's pathetic. Very, very pathetic. You understand? But anyway, we get that. All right. After that, we go to Austin Theory, of all people. Austin Theory, the United States champion, on SmackDown, coming out for a chat. He's like, "The champ is here." You know that's going to be a Cena-Austin Theory match for the United States title at WrestleMania. And Cena's going to win. He's going to win. He doesn't even need the United States title. Why don't you just do Do the match non-title. We don't need Cena with another ridiculous trinket belt that he's not gonna hold for a while. Who cares? Fucking cares about Cena. But anyway, Theory says, I'm gonna win the Royal Rumble, but then the New Day come out, the NXT Tag Team Champions, for now. Because they're gonna lose probably to the Yes Boys. No, they're probably gonna lose the Gals. They're not gonna lose to the Yes Boys. Or whoever is the fourth team in that four-way tag team title match at Vengeance Day next Saturday, I should say. Alright, so the New Day come out, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. And they're going to be in the Rumble as well. Kofi says there are 3 Austins that he respects. Austin Creed, which is Xavier Woods' real name. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Back off, Stone Cold! What? And the city of Austin, Texas, where he actually really lives. So he gets a little bit of cheap pop. Whoop-de-doo. So they say one of them will win, because when one of them wins, they all win. Is that a foreshadowing to Big E possibly being in the Rumble? I doubt it, because he's not medically cleared as far as I know. I'd love to see Big E in it, but he's not medically cleared as far as I know. Maybe next year. But anyway, Theory says, I'm the biggest star in WWE. Then The Miz comes out. Oh my god, great. The Miz. The Jizz comes out. That can come out right. Anyway, so The Miz comes out. I'm like, oh great, we're gonna get all the people from that are in the Rumble gonna start fighting. So The Miz says, I've been competing in Royal Rumble matches since before you hit puberty. Okay. Theory says, doesn't that just mean you're old? Pretty much. Then we got a big fight, and then Bobby Lashley, the Almighty One, comes out, gets in the ring, kind of helps the New Day out for a little bit, then it just like wipes the floor with them, cleans house. Then he gets on the mic, promises to take out Brock Lesnar, and then the fans are like, look around, they're like, what's going on? Somebody coming out? And then Brock Lesnar comes out from the crowd from behind. Lashley sees him, and Brock picks him up. Boom, F5, good night. Then Lesnar picks up the mic and says, well, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm in the Rumble too. My God, boys. Yeah, so Brock Lesnar is in the Rumble, but you know he ain't going to win it because him and Lashley are going to eliminate each other, and that's going to set up WrestleMania. Unless they're going to be in the Elimination Chamber. Which they could, who knows. But I think they're going to have another match. I think it's the second or third match. This time it's going to be at WrestleMania. I would love for that match to be in a fight pit. Give us for the first time ever at Mania a fight pit match. On night 2. We'll see. Anyway, so that's a pretty decent segment. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, after that, speaking of people in the Rumble, we got Mommy Rhea Ripley walking along the Riverwalk in San Antonio, saying that I'm in the Rumble. Well, we knew that, and you're gonna win it most likely. So that's that. And then Michael Cole mentions about the video that her and her her boy toy Dom in the ring, and she's training him how not to get eliminated in the Rumble. See, all this good stuff. Good stuff. And speaking of ex-con Dom, prison Dom, please go to the Lucha Libre YouTube page. Issa did a great interview with Dom and Damian Priest and a whole bunch of other people. Great stuff. That interview with Dom is great. So go on the Lucha Libre online YouTube page and go see her interview with Dom. It's in Spanglish, so if you can't speak Spanish, you don't understand Spanish, then don't watch it. But if you do, then do it. That's all I gotta say about that. So, but good shit. I think Denise Salcido did one with Dom too. So either watch Denise or you watch Issa. Or watch both. I watch both because I like both of them. Not like that, but you know what I mean. But we move on. All right. Back to the action we go. We have classy Lacey Evans in her first match in like a couple of months. Classy, well, not even classy, boot camp Lacey Evans. Thank you for your service, sir, ma'am. Anyway, she comes out and she takes on somebody that I know pretty damn well. That's Jasmine Allure from Shine and various New York, New Jersey, and other indie federations that I know and love. But, you know, as great as Jasmine looked, she got beaten 2 goddamn minutes. Oh, she just came, got her money, and left. Lacey beat her now for most of the match. She loses her sole of her own boot, and she still finished the match, which is crazy in itself. You know, Jasmine got a weak ass freaking roll up in the match, but really that's it. Then she right after the roll up for 2, they get up. Lacey hits her right in the face with the woman's right, then picks her up, sets up the Cobra Clutch, and Jasmine tapped out. What are you gonna do? But at least she looked good, and that's all that matters. So if you don't know who Jasmine Allure is, look her up. That's it. All right, that's all I got to say about that. All right. So Lacey Evans gets a cheap squash win, 2 minutes, and they gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then after the match, she gets on the mic, says the Cobra Clutch, say that 5 times fast, is unbreakable. That's not true. And she'll use it to win the Royal Rumble. She demands people salute her, and then throws Jasmine Allure like she's a sack of garbage over the top rope. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Promo was garbage. Her gimmick is garbage. You know, trying to be this female version of Sergeant Slaughter. You puke. You know? Well, what's next? She's gonna come out with, you know, with General Adnan. Remember when Slaughter turned heel right around before WrestleMania 7 against Hogan? Then you had, originally, you had the Iron Sheik for a little bit, a part of the time there, but then he had General Adnan as his manager. Doing the whole Gulf War thing because you want to have Slaughter be part of Iran. You know, teaming up with the Iron Sheik, I thought it was great, and he was just there and then forgotten. And then Hogan wins the belt at WrestleMania 7. Holds that all the way up till WrestleMania 8. You know, even with that stupid, horrible guerrilla warfare match at SummerSlam 92. That was the backside of my true Mary, Miss Sarah, and Miss Elizabeth getting married. You remember that, Elizabeth? That's right, Randy. I remember that. You felt the madness that night, Elizabeth? That's right, Randy. Okay. I didn't even know that. But anyway, so I got that. So that's what I think this stupid, horrible, garbage gimmick that Lacey Evans is doing. It's garbage. She needs to go back to the classy Southern Belle and get better theme music. Go back to Like a Lady, or go back to Unconditional. I can't stand this gimmick right now. I can't stand Lacey Evans for that matter either. I don't think anybody else does. Anyway, so I give this match 2 out of 5 stars. Let's just move on. All right, then we go to back with Caleb Braxton and the former Banger Brothers. Well, now they're not known as the Banger Brothers no more because WWE found out about the porno site known as Bang Bros. So it's like, oh, we can't call them that anymore. So we're just going to call them Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. So Sheamus and Drew McIntyre are there. They both think the other one will win the Rumble. No. They'll probably be in the final 10, maybe. They start chopping each other. And then Kayla's like, before you beat the crap out of each other, you got a match in the Smackdown Tag Team Tournament with Shit Row. They're like, oh, right. Yeah, we'll beat them too. Then they're like, because every night's a banger after banger after banger. And then they leave. All right, we'll see what happens with that. All right, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we get a final video about Cody Rhodes' return from injury. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I hope they did these freaking Cody Rhodes coming back to WWE at the Royal Rumble videos for nothing and Cody loses. But, I mean, it's automatic that Cody's going to win. Because like doing the Triple H 2002 type thing. He He tore his quad. He was out for months. And he comes back January 2002 to a big ovation in New York City at Madison Square Garden. Announces the season Rumble, wins the Rumble, goes on to Mania, beats Jericho for the then undisputed title. Basically, almost the same thing. We just don't see Cody in the ring announcing that he's going to be in the Rumble. He's just doing it in video form. Well, I really hope this is for nothing. If Cody doesn't win, who should I have win? Sammy or Dom. But Dom's not going to win. That'll be the swerve of the year. Dominic Mysterio versus Roman at Mania. I would laugh hysterically if that match happened. But I know it's not. Obviously, it's going to be Cody, but who gives a fuck about Cody? Adrenaline in my soul. I'm Cody Rhodes, and like nobody cares. All right, I guess not. Cody Rhodes is still the hoe. Pretty much. And that's it. So, alright, then we get to our next match. Well, we thought was supposed to be our semifinal match between Drew McIntyre and Sheamus Fella, taking on Shit Row of Adonis, the Ashanti the Adonis, and that guy that can't fly, as Michael Cole would say. What is up with Michael Cole and Top Dollar? Do they have a legit beef? Like, Michael Cole and Bayley have a legit beef? I mean, maybe next time, Michael Cole, shut your mouth. Because you're about to get popped. But anyway. So as they come out, the Viking Raiders, or War Machine, come out. Eric and Ivor come out with Sarah Logan, Valhalla. They jump McIntyre and Sheamus from behind, beat the fuck out of them, right near the ring. And then, like after like 3 minutes, did I say 3 minutes? Adam Pearce and company have to come out. And it looks like we're not going to get this match, or that Shit Row was going to go right to the finals off a bye, which didn't happen because as we come back from commercial, we see Sheamus and Drew go to the back and they're pissed, and Adam Pearce like, trying to calm them down. Then we find out from Adam Pearce that in the ring that Sheamus and Drew forfeited the match, and Hit Row's like, yeah, we're going to the finals. Wrong. Nobody getting a free pass to the finals. So your replacement is this team. And then we see Braun Strowman and Ricochet come out. I'm like, oh. Why couldn't they just give the Viking Raiders a second chance match? Oh, well. All right, so we get this crappy match. It lasted almost 5 minutes. Kind of back and forth match. Top Dollar gets kicked to the floor, get distraction by B-Fab. And Shanti Adonis gets a cheap shot to take over on Ricochet. And then Top Dollar runs him over. B-Fab gets on a right hand of her own for a near fall. The referee didn't see that. But Ricochet fights back, ducks underneath a clothesline, gets the hot tag to Braun Strowman, who basically runs him all over. Ricochet then hits a corkscrew dive on the Top Dollar. And then they get in the ring, they do the Monster Bomb on Ashanti Adonis, 1, 2, 3. They go on to the finals, and they will take on Imperium or Legado del Fantasma. Now, obviously, you know who's going to win this tournament. Most likely will be Braun and Ricochet. And then they will lose next week to the Usos. So that's when the finals are next week, I should say. And then probably at Elimination Chamber, most likely, we'll see this match with the Usos, and the Usos are going to win, and then probably lose to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, unless that gets changed and the Usos fight somebody else and lose. They're eventually going to lose at Mania, but never know. That's why they say cards subject to change. And that's it. Alright, so this match I really didn't give 2 shits about. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's it. Alright, speaking of Kevin Owens, he's in the back with Kayla. He says he's going to beat up Solo later on, so he can beat Roman tomorrow. Then we see the Usos coming in to cause some more chaos. Then they tease a fight, and then referees and agents and Adam Pearce himself had to break it up, and they throws the Usos out in the building. I was like, yeah, the Usos are going to come back at the end, right? Probably not. So we get that. So I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we go to break, we come back, we're outside in that crowded parking lot. We see Jimmy and Jay leaving the building. Jimmy gets in the car, but Jay gets a phone call. He's like, yo, dog, I need a favor. So who's he talking to? Probably Sammy. Because it won't be Roman. Roman's in New York. He ain't gonna get there that quick. Because Jimmy Fallon tapes the show at 5:30. And the show is, 7:30, well, 7 o'clock San Antonio time. So he would have to, like, do a 10-minute freaking, 5-10-minute interview. Leave Rockefeller Center. Go to the freaking airport. And take a jet, get there. And at most, he'd be there by 7:45. He could have made it, but we all know it was Sammy, obviously. But that's it. All right, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to your segment of the night. I love this segment so much. We hear the music of, the former music of Bray Wyatt, with the Code Orange first version of his theme, the Bray Wyatt version. And then he was like, wait, Bray Wyatt didn't change his theme back, did he? So anyway, it's not Bray, but it's Eli Drake. And that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. So he comes out dressed as Bray, the old school Bray Wyatt, with a mini lantern, which is great. Coming out to Broken Out in Love theme. I thought it was a different theme. I didn't know that the name of the song was Broken Out in Love. But it's by Code Orange, we know that. Anyway, so it was funny. I've almost marked out for that. But anyway, Eli talks about how he was involved in the biggest moment at Raw 30 with The Undertaker, the GOAT of all GOATs, and Bray. And now Bray, 24 hours before the Pitch Black match at the Rumble tomorrow. I don't even know what kind of match is it. Is it they're going to fight in the dark, or is it just like a hardcore match? They never really told us what type of match this is. Just pitch black. I don't know. Anyway, so Eli wants whatever version of Bray to come out tomorrow, because he'll beat any of them up, whether it be The Fiend, even though Bray said that The Fiend died at WrestleMania a couple years ago. So then we see the Wyatt 6 logo appear on the screen, and immediately Bray Wyatt's on the stage in Sister Abigail's rocking chair. I'm like, how did he get there that quick? Anyway, so the time for talk is over. I think we've heard enough talk. He says, tomorrow night, Eli, you're meeting the man you have been looking for. Then he goes like this, and then we see Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy pops up in a balcony, like a skybox balcony. And Uncle Howdy's like, I'm Uncle Howdy, look at me. And Eli's like, what the fuck is going on? So, it should be a pretty damn good match. I think Bray's going to win the match, obviously, but I would not be surprised if we see Uncle Howdy get involved maybe at the end of the match, and that's going to set up Bray versus Uncle Howdy at WrestleMania. Well, the promos for that are going to be, creepy. That match is going to be creepy in itself. But we'll see what happens with that. So I give that 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Let's move on. Alright, here we go to the second semifinal match in the Smackdown Tag Team Tournament. We have Legado of Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza with the lovely Selena Vega at ringside. Where the hell was Santos? Unless I missed him. Maybe Santos was eating a taco in the back. I don't know. Anyway, they take on Imperium of Marcel Barthel and Fabian Aichner. It was a pretty decent match. Kind of went back and forth for a while. Start off with Marcel dropping Joaquin Wilde with a right hand, and then Fabian Aichner comes in, takes on Raul Mendoza, And then Imperium double teams him for a little bit. They alternate back and forth. That gets broken up. We get a hot tag to Joaquin Wilde, and then all 4 men in the ring. As we go to break, come back. Joaquin Wilde is in trouble. We got some uppercuts. Really don't help him get away, but a tornado DDT does. There was a little bit of a botch in this match. I forgot what a botch was, but it was a botch by Joaquin Wilde. I think it was on a move off the top. I think he was trying to reverse a move, and he landed almost on his head. Oof. But anyway, Raul Mendoza comes back in to clean house. Legado hits Flippy Dippity Doos in stereo on the floor. Then a big top rope splash hits Fabian Aichner for a near fall as Marcel Barthel comes in for the save. And then Fabian Aichner and Joaquin Wilde head up top. And then Aichner hits a super gorilla press. That was a great spot. Almost looked like a super white noise almost, but very impactful, very inventive, and very good. Which sets up the Imperium Bomb, even though Fabian Aichner looked like he landed on his knee and he was grabbing his knee in a lot of pain, but somehow they hit the Imperium Bomb. 1, 2, 3. Imperium goes on to the finals where they'll face Braun Strowman and Ricochet next week in the finals of this SmackDown Tag Team Tournament. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so I gave the match 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's all it is. Alright, after that, we get some statistics for the Royal Rumble, the Rumble by numbers. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go into that. But this is the 33rd year of the Royal Rumble. And I'll get into it a little bit. 2.5% of participants have won. 19 of those 32 have went on to win the title at WrestleMania. Bianca Belair holds the record for longevity for the women. I thought that was Sasha. Somebody forget. Because they just don't want to even remember that Sasha went over at least an hour in that match. Somebody forgot. And for the men, it's Rey Mysterio going over an hour and 2 minutes. Santino Marella, the fastest elimination. I wasn't ready. The Rumble has been in San Antonio 4 times, but this is the 3rd time. I believe the 3rd time that's going to be in that shithole arena, the Alamo Dome. And they mentioned that Stone Cold Steve Austin is the only man to three-peat the Rumble. And the only person that have won it twice is Cena, Brock, The Rock. So we might get a repeat winner with people thinking it might be The Rock. It's not gonna be Brock. People think Stone Cold's gonna be in the Rumble. I doubt that. Unless they want to do Stone Cold versus Roman. But I don't think he's going to be in it tomorrow. And that's pretty much it. So that's Rumble by the numbers. You get that. And then we see Xia Li, where she came from. And says she's in the Rumble. Whoop-de-goddamn do. Alright, then we get a recap of the Charlotte-Sonya Deville feud that's been going on for the last couple weeks. And then we see on Ryan Satin, that idiot podcast, where he had Charlotte, and then Sonya Deville comes in and interrupts the whole thing, and then she has to be escorted out. So we get that. And then we go to Adam Pearce's office. Charlotte comes in looking like $1 million, and she's like, I'm gonna give Sonya Deville what she wants. I'm gonna give her a title match next week just to get rid of her. And then Pearce is like, I'm gonna make that official. So next week, Charlotte versus Sonya Deville for the SmackDown Women's title, and we know who wins. Charlotte will win and then lose to... who knows? Maybe it's Becky. I don't know. Or it could be Rhea. I don't want to see Rhea and Charlotte. I'd rather see Rhea and Bianca. I think that's the logical choice, but... who faces Charlotte then? I mean, Ronda's not going to be at the Rumble, so I really don't want to see Charlotte and Ronda at WrestleMania again. No, no, please. I really don't know who's going to be Charlotte. I really don't. I don't personally care. It should be Shayna Baszler, well, just me. But we get that. All right, so next week we got that match. And we move on. All right. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Then we go to your main event of the evening, Kevin Owens and Solo Sikoa. This was a hard-hitting match. Not great. Stupid ending. It didn't last that long. It lasted 8.5 goddamn minutes. So they kind of went back and forth. Big beefy men slapping meat in that ring. Owens is in trouble, hits a clothesline and a DDT to get out of trouble. Then the Bullfrog Splash gets a near fall. Then they trade super kicks, which really didn't do anything. Owens tries for the stunner. Solo counters into a Samoan drop for a near fall. Owens gets right back up with a super kick in the corner. He goes for the cannonball. He connects. Then he goes on top, hits the Swanton Bomb. And goes for the cover. And then Sami Zayn comes out of the crowd in his hoodie. And he pulls Solo out. And we don't get a disqualification. So they go to the outside. Solo misses a super kick. Hits Sami by mistake. Oops. And then we find out that the match is thrown out. Obviously. As Sami pulled Sikoa out. So they don't mention the DQ. They just say, no, the match is over. Stupidity. So match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. Could have been a whole lot better, but without the stupid interference and the cheap ending. So we get that. And then after the match, Owens clears off the announce table, but Solo comes back with a chair to the face. Yeah, in the face. He goes for the splash through the table, but he took too long as Owens super kicks Solo out of mid-air. Then he hits the pop-up powerbomb on the table, which did not break. I am the table! And he leaves Sikoa laying on the table. Then he rolled off, and then he hits a chair shot to Solo in the back, sends him over the barricade. Then he looks back at Sami. Sami's really cowering, like, don't hit me, my friend. Don't hit me. So Owens is like, I got no time for you. Throws down the chair at Sami. We should even hit him. He starts yelling at the camera that I'm ready for you, Roman. I'm ready. Blah, blah, blah. And then it ends the show. Didn't he say that last time when he was facing Roman 3 years ago? He says, I'm ready for you, Roman. And then he lost twice. Last time we saw him fight Roman was at the Royal Rumble 3 years ago. Well, 2 or 3 years ago. And almost won if it wasn't for Paul Heyman getting Roman uncuffed in time. That last man standing match. Now this is just a straight up one-on-one match. Roman's still going to win. Obviously, he's going to smash Kevin Owens again. But I wouldn't be surprised if Sami tries to, he gets involved somehow. And we all think he's going to screw Roman. And Roman's going to be pissed. And then the next line on Raw, he's going to kick Sami out of the bloodline. Something's going to happen. Some weird finish is going to happen tomorrow. That either he screws Roman or he screws Kevin Owens again. Or what I thought was going to happen is he screws over, or maybe before that, maybe Kevin screws Sami out of the Rumble win, and then doing the main event. Well, it's not going to be the main event, obviously. It's probably the pre-main event. That Sami's going to cost Kevin, and then in turn, Kevin will screw Sami out of the Rumble win. So something's going to happen between that. Something like that's going to happen. But we'll see. And that's it. So that ends Smackdown. And I gave Smackdown, it wasn't really that good. People giving it 8s. I gave it a respectful par for the course, 6.25 out of 10 stars. That's my rating. If you don't like it, well, fuck you. And that's it. All right, so that ends Smackdown. And now we will go to AEW Rampage, which was from Lexington, Kentucky. And our commentary team as always, of the man behind the mask, Excalibur, the very evil, very legendary man himself, Tony Baloney, the Wizard, the Ocho, Chris Jericho, and by God, Jim Ross. When was sooner? Stone Cold. Alright, so Rampage wasn't great, but still respectable. I enjoyed it for some of the matches. The main event was pretty good with Jamie Hayter defending the AEW Women's title against Emi Sakura. Not Sakura, it's Sakura. But anyway, we move on. Alright, we start off with match number 1, non-title match. We have the man that we all love and hate at the same time, Wheeler Yuta. He takes on the Cowboy, Hangman Adam Page, who's about to do some cowboy shit before his match on Wednesday night with Jon Moxley, their third match in Dayton, Ohio, which is a hop, skip, and jump from Cincinnati. So we got that. So this was a hard-hitting banger of a match. Starts off red hot with Yuta attacking the Hangman at the start. He applies a few submission holds, was beating the crap out of Hangman, but Hangman comes back with a lariato to get back on the offense. He lays some really big-time chops on Yuta, followed by a sliding lariat for a near fall. Then some open hand strikes. Yuta is sent over the ropes. Yuta tries to come off the ropes. He lands into Hangman's arms for a big-time fall-away slam. Then go outside. Yuta delivers a handful of strikes and a chop to the chest. To get back in the ring, he tries to look for another high-risk maneuver, but Hangman catches him, sets him up for a powerbomb. Hits that, then he hits another powerbomb, a Liger bomb. As we go to commercial, kicked out at 2. Come back, Hangman sends Yuta into the corner. Let me just look at my notes. I lost my spot. Okay. Sends Yuta into the corner. Use the momentum to leap on the top rope for a good attack to nullify Hangman's offense. So Yuta comes back for a little bit. They'll get a running bulldog combo for a near fall. Yuta goes to the top rope. Hangman catches him with closed fists and some headbutts. Then he connects with a avalanche Death Valley driver, which was nice, off the top rope for a near fall. Big time spot. And then he hits a big German suplex, folds Wheeler Yuta like an accordion. By the way, Wheeler Yuta is the type of person that can't play the accordion. But I digress. But Wheeler Yuta, he fends off Hangman off the reverse and applies his own German suplexes. He hits 3 of them. He goes for a 4th one and gets caught up in the ropes. Wheeler Yuta applies strikes to the neck, the back of the head. Then he hits a release German suplex on the floor. Ow! That was sick. Then they go back in. Yuta looks for a frog splash. Hangman gets his knees up. Sets up Yuta for a big time lariato. Looking for the buckshot lariat. Yuta counters and is able to get the top rope. Get to the top rope, deliver another frog splash. Then some elbow strikes of doom to Anvil him. The elbows of doom. A big boot follows, and then they go back and forth with some strikes. Hangman wins that. Connects with the buckshot lariat, knocking the crap out of Wheeler Yuta. But he's not satisfied with beating him that way, so he locks in he throws a Death Valley driver, which looked like the Pale Rider. You know, Moxley's finish, one of Moxley's finishers. 1, 2, 3. Hangman Adam Page gets the win. Big time match, 16-minute match. Match was great. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. So a banger of a match. And that's it. So Hangman's ready for Jon Moxley on Wednesday, and that's going to be another banger and slobber knocker of a match. And that's all I got to say about that. And once again, Wheeler Yuta is the type of guy to lose a match via his friend's finisher. And that's pretty much it. All right, move on. All right, then we get a video from our good friend Eddie Kingston. Him and he turned on OTs last week. He's going through this whole change with the House of Black's trying to get in his head, and maybe Ortiz's head as well. And it looks like they're now in his head fully. So Eddie's tired of trying to deny his true inner feelings and he needs to reveal the real version of Eddie Kingston. And he says, well, geez, you got a problem with that? You can come see me. Then he tells the House of Black that he hears them and he's ready to come home. Does that mean he's joining the House of Black, or is just going into a new version of Eddie Kingston we haven't seen before, or like his CZW craziness that he was back in the day? So I think he's going. I think he's going into a more violent version of himself. But we'll see what happens with that under the tutelage, possibly, of Malachi Black. But we'll see what happens with that. So I give that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, match number 2, we have trios action. We had Satnam Singh, that big tall idiot, the man who had an epic fucking match on Dynamite with Mr. Mark Briscoe, and that's Black Machismo, yeah, Jay Lethal, dig it. And our good friend J-E-F-F-J-A-R-R-E-T, that's Jeff Jarrett. So they're in 6-man tag team action against the best friends, give me a hug, of Trent and Chucky T, the man from, guess where, Lexington, Kentucky, the Kentucky gentleman, Chuck Taylor, and their tag team partner, Mr. Danhausen. I will curse you. Along with the All-Atlantic champion, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy at ringside. And, the original player from the Himalayas, Sanjay Dutt at ringside. So, this match was not great. It's also with Chucky T and Jay Lethal. And then they kick things off, and then Trent Burn and Chucky T with some double team moves on Lethal. And then Jeff Jarrett comes in, and then Mr. Danhausen comes in, and those clothesline to Double J. Then we get a half combination applied to Double J as we go to commercial. We'll come back. Mr. Danhausen tries to use Jarrett's guitar on him, but then Bryce, the referee, is like, no. Can't use that. As a lot of chaos was happening outside the ring. And while that was going on, Jarrett has the Golden Globe Award from a couple weeks ago when he took the award from the guy from Cobra Kai and smashed him over the head with a guitar. And he used it to lay out Danhausen as Satnam Singh, who really didn't get a lot of moves in, just stuck his big, fat, disgusting foot on top of Mr. Danhausen. 1, 2, 3. They get the win. And, so they get the win after using the Golden Globe that he took off of Paul Walter Hauser, who played, what's his name? Whatever it is. On Cobra Kai. Big whoop. So Jarrett's team wins, 11 minutes. I really didn't give 2 shits. Really nothing of notice of the match. Orange Cassidy hit Jarrett with the orange punch. Satnam Singh takes a ukulele from Danhausen, breaks it apart. Well, who cares? So really nothing to see here. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. It wasn't really anything great. Let me move on. All right. After that, we go to, I think it was who was it? I think it was Tony Baloney. Yeah, it was Tony Baloney in the back with Ruby Soho. After her big victory on Dynamite against Tony Storm, thanks to Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby. So she's talking about that, and then on cue, Dr. Britt Baker comes in, and they kind of tease a little bit of a fight. It's like, I don't want to talk to you, and then Britt's like, hold on, take it easy. She tells Ruby that she sees a lot of potential in her as a homegrown, and she basically tells Ruby, you need to pick a side here. It's like, what side are you on? Are you on the homegrown side, or are you on the side with Saraya Knight and Tony Storm, the outsiders? And we'll see what happens with that. They got Willow Nightingale as well. So I think we're seeing the seeds being planted for a possible first ever Blood and Guts women's match with Britt Baker and Ruby and probably and maybe well, maybe Ruby if she doesn't turn, because I think she's gonna turn and join up with Saraya and Toni Storm in the WWE type faction with another 2 people, maybe, or maybe one more person, against Britt Baker, Willow Nightingale, and probably 2 other people. Well, Jamie Hayter and some other people like that. So we'll see what happens with that. I think that's where it's leading to, but I mean it's too early to call. That's all I gotta say about that. And we'll find out what side Ruby's gonna be on. I think she's gonna take the side of possibly Saraya Knight and Toni Storm, but we'll see. And that's it. All right, so I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to your, well, if you want to go to the bathroom, you could. If you wanted to take a shit, you couldn't. Match of the night, and it lasted 2 goddamn minutes. So your 2-minute smash of the night, 2-minute squash match of the night. We had Powerhouse Will Hobbs, with his new look and this whole House of Hobbs, Mark Henry, House of Pain type gimmick. He takes on a jobber named Tony Mudd. Yeah, Tony Mudd. Not the greatest jobber name in the world. I mean, it could have been worse. It could be... No, I guess that is the worst jobber name in the world. Because we don't know, the best jobber name in the entire wrestling realm is Barry. Oh. That's it. Yeah, there was nothing to see here. Hobbs wins with the Torture Rack turned Attitude Adjustment finisher. I thought he was going to win with the, the Spine Buster, or whatever he calls that. Last Will and Testament. Something like that. I thought he was going to win that, but he won with a Torture Rack Attitude Adjustment finisher. Inventive. Okay, I'll go with it. So, I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. I think he's, lined up to possibly face Darby Allin at Revolution for the TNT title and whip his ass. People are saying, where's Wardlow? Like, who cares about Wardlow? They ruined Wardlow when he lost the TNT title to Joe. That's all I gotta say about that. You move on. Alright. Alright, after that, let me just take a sip of my drink. Rockstar Punch. This shit is lethal, but it's good. I don't know why my back's been hurting me lately. Too much of that shit. Not enough water. But it is what it is. Alright, after that, we go to a video with Top Flight, Darius and Dante Martin. And they remind us how they won $300,000 in the Trios Gauntlet match. Or the Casino Battle Royale match with the Trios. They had AR Fox as well. I guess you forgot about that. So they talked about that. Then they have their eyes set on the Trios tag titles with Kenny whenever Kenny figures out his visa problems. So they basically put the Elite on notice. So eventually we'll see a Trios title match with Top Flight and AR Fox against the Elite whenever Kenny fixes his visa problems. Hopefully it'll be pretty soon, because we don't want to, we don't want to go without Kenny Omega for another 7 months without, on TV. So I think they'll fix it somehow. Tony Khan, he fixes things, like he fixed the whole Mark Briscoe appearing on Dynamite thing with Warner Discovery, even though they still didn't want to do the match because of the Briscoes using the Confederate flag crap. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I mean, who gives a shit about the Confederate flag? I mean, really? Come on. I know people from the South, they believe in the Confederate flag. That's your own business. I mean, Warner Discovery, shut the fuck up. Get over this bullshit with the Briscoes, please. We just have Mark Briscoe on every goddamn Dynamite now, from now on. Fucking bullshit. But thankfully, Tony Khan got that match done, and it was a banger and a very emotional Dynamite. Probably one for the ages, and that's it. And the tribute show for Jay last week on after Dynamite on Ring of Honor television. Well, not even on television. On Ring of Honor's YouTube page, which is there now, 3 hours. And people saying it sucked. I mean, come on now. It didn't suck. I don't say many bad things about Joe Cronin, but him saying that the tribute show wasn't really that great. I mean, that's your opinion, Joe, but I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna go off on Joe Cronin because he's a good friend of mine, so I'm not gonna go. That's his opinion. If you didn't like it, that's his opinion. I'm not gonna go bash him for like Joe Cronin, you suck. No. See, if it was JD, then I would really rip him apart for that. But it is what it is. But yeah, but I mean, I watched it on Honor Club, then I watched it on the YouTube channel. I still cried like a little baby. It was great. I thought it was pretty damn good. But yeah, I do agree with Joe that they shouldn't have commercials during that. Even picture-in-picture should not have done that. I got mad. I'm like, why are they doing picture-in-picture? Why? You cannot do that to a tribute match. So I don't think that's Tony Khan's fault. I think it's really stupid TBS and Warner. Because they gotta pay the bills. That match should have went. That whole hour should have went. The whole show should have went commercial free. Screw the commercials. But it is what it is. I'm not going to go any more for that. All right, so Top Flight's promo I gave 3 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to the back. We have Renee Paquette talking to Dustin Rhodes for some odd reason. He takes a moment to thank the fans for their well wishes because of his mother passing. I think it was about a couple weeks ago. So my condolences go out to Dustin Rhodes and his family and Cody and Brandy and everybody else. So we see that, and then of all people, Swerve Strickland. We know whose cousin he is. We know whose cousin. That's Prince Idol's cousin. Yeah, Prince Idol's like I really don't care where he is. He probably went to obscurity again. What if he pops up on the man who's subbotting again? That's who, the clown. 125,000 fake subs. But I don't give 2 shits about him. Anyway, so Swerve comes in with Mogul Enterprises with Parker Bordeaux and Gage or Gaten, whatever the hell the other guy's name is. So they come in and they take shots at Dustin, basically trying to hog up camera time because, as Jericho says, they bring ratings. Which I don't know if it's true or not. So he starts to run down the entire Rhodes family, like Cody. I don't think he mentioned Cody by name. He goes all the way down and he starts talking about, like, even your dad. And he's like, Dustin, like, don't you talk about my daddy like that. You don't talk about, the American Dream, baby. Dustin Rhodes, you like the bacon, baby. So Dustin tells him to shut up. So basically says, you better tread lightly with your mouth. So I'm thinking we're going to get Swerve versus Dustin Rhodes next week on Rampage in a ridiculous, boring, nobody gives 2 fucks match. Just to have Swerve on the program so he can get more ratings for Rampage. Why not? Let's have Swerve on every week so they can get 500,000. I bet Prince Idol will love that because it's his cousin. My cousin brings the ratings. Yeah, but still Friday night at 10 o'clock when nobody's basically watching. Unless people, unless you watch it before you go out to the club or wherever you go to. But it is what it is. If Swerve brings the rings, good for him. That's all I gotta say about that. But still, nothing bad to say about Prince Idol. We just went our separate ways and left off on kind of bad terms. But if he wants to support a clown again, more power to him. But, don't come crawling back to me. But I digress. All right, we move on. All right, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, before our main event, we get a backstage segment with Lexi Nair, and she has the TBS champion Jade Cargill, that bitch show, and the lovely, who had a birthday on Wednesday, Layla Gray. So happy birthday to Layla Gray. So they're talking, and then Kiera Hogan, the woman with blue hair, not the woman on fire, she's the woman with blue hair, and her former baddie teammate, Red Velvet from Your Mama's Kitchen, they come in, and they're like, Jade, cut the shit. And basically, Red Velvet challenges Jade for another match for her TBS championship, and she will be the one in 49-1 on next week's Rampage. I thought it was on Dynamite, but they said Rampage. So I'm like, no. Why? Why do you have Jade versus Red Velvet in match number 50 for her? She should be facing somebody credible. Like, put Jade versus Hikaru Shida next week, not Red Velvet. Come on. You're making Jade look like garbage now. She's just basically beating garbage talent. With a couple of good matches in between. But, I mean, she's going to win next week, go to 50-0, or maybe 51, depending if she's on Dark Elevation this coming week. But you have her win number 50 again against a person she already beat in Red Velvet. I mean, like, seriously? I don't really think they take Jade Cargill seriously. She just holds that belt for over a year and is basically beaten nobody, so basically a few decent talent at best. Willow Nightingale, Ruby. I don't think she faced Shida yet, but I mean, seriously, who's going to beat her now? She's going to definitely go 50-0, maybe go up at most to 50, 60-0. Who's she going to fight at Revolution, though? Is it going to be that woman named Mercedes Moné? Probably not. I would love that, but I don't think it might happen. And if it doesn't happen, then who you get? Can't get Saraya because she's heel. Can't be Britt Baker because I think they're going to do something with her and maybe Ruby and Willow Nightingale at Revolution. I mean, so who's kind of left? You could maybe do Jade versus Hikaru Shida, but I don't know. I think they're going to have Jade go all the way to Forbidden Door. That's when she loses. I think that's where she's going to lose. I have a gut feeling they're going to go all the way to Forbidden Door. Jade's like, I beat everybody in every promotion and this and that, and nobody can beat me. And then we hear, money! And then the fans go completely nuts on Dynamite or Rampage. Mercedes, when they comes out, it's like, oh, you think you're the boss? It's like, why don't you face me at Forbidden Door for the TBS Championship? Or maybe what they could do is, I don't think they're going to do like a unification type thing, but, Mercedes, if she does win against Kyrie on February the 18th, she can bring the IWGP Women's Championship over, and then they have the lead up all the way to Forbidden Door, and there you go. You have Mercedes Moné versus Jade, and Mercedes wins the TBS Championship, and then eventually we'll drop it, because, unless they want to do a whole two-belt thing. Or just have Mercedes Moné without the belt against Jade. So, we'll have to see what happens, but I think if it's anybody to beat Jade, it has to be either Kyrie or Mercedes Moné. I was going to say Athena, but no. I don't think it's going to be Athena. That ship has sailed. So it could be Mandy Rose if they even sign her, but I think she's going to Impact. I was thinking I was thinking maybe it might be, Cassie Lee, Peyton Royce and Billy Kay, but I kind of, no. It has to be somebody good like Mercedes Moné or Mandy. Because anybody else, I can't even think of anybody else that could beat her. Even from Japan or Mexico. Like Taya Valkyrie or something like that, but... Or even maybe like Camille Brickhouse, or... I don't know. That'd be a good match, but... I don't know. I don't know who's going to be Jade at this point, but I'm thinking they're going to go up to around Revolution or Forbidden Door. And it's probably going to be Mercedes Moné or possibly Mandy Rose. But we'll see. We'll see. But... Red Velvet as number 50. get the cake ready. She's gonna win number 50 and get that little trinket of a plaque, like, oh, I got 50 wins. But who is she really beat for all those 50 matches? Basically, Hammerneggers. I mean, they're good women, but still. Red Velvet at number 50. Come on. Should have been Hikaru Shida, just my opinion, but just me. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. I'm really not looking forward to the match next Friday night. In Dayton, Ohio. I'm not looking forward to it. Anyway, then we have Ms. Mark Henry with our pre-match. Well, it wasn't really. We usually get pre-match promos from both competitors, but we only got really Jamie Hayter just, hyping up her match, hyping up herself as the AEW Women's Champion, and then we get a little video package with Emi Sakura, which was basically her matches on Dark and Elevation. Alright, so she comes out with the rest of her royal court, as she calls it. I don't know who these people are. Some guy and this gorgeous-looking Japanese chick in a red and black gown. Looks like she's an extra from that hit show Wednesday on Netflix. Great show, by the way. Great show. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Anyway, so Jamie Hayter comes out with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD Baby, and their other friend Rebel, not Reba, Rebel. All right, so this was a great main event. Great main event, very talked about during the spoilers. So I'm not gonna get to all of the match, but they go back and forth. Lots of chops to the titties and everything. The referee has to demand the girls to bring the action back inside the ring because they're on the outside. So we get a nice Romero special. We get different type of moves from all the ladies. Nice move by Emmy with a roll up for a near fall, followed by an underhook tiger driver. Don't know what year, but it was a near fall out of that. Getting near the end of the match, Emmy with her own moonsault on Jamie, but Jamie barely escapes the pin at 2.999999995. So Emmy's kind of like pissed, and she's like, I can't beat her. So he smacks Jamie in the face. She did that for most of the match, like smacking her around. You stupid American! I'm like, no, she's Australian. No, I mean, UK, not Australian, sorry. She's from the UK. I'm thinking of Tony Storm's from Australia. Jamie Hayter's from the UK. I get them mixed up. So I'm sorry. But anyway, she smacks her in the face. Then Jamie gets all pissy, like, bitch, you slapped me! Clotheslines her out of her boots. And basically that was it for Emi Sakura. Jamie Hayter hits another lariato. And then hits the whipcord, the kata, like lean maker. Like whipcord lariato, otherwise known as what's she call it? Haterade, I think she calls it. 1, 2, 3, 10 minutes later, 10-minute match, 10 minutes on a dot match. Jamie Hayter retains the AEW Women's... actually, it was a non-title match because it was an AEW Women's Eliminator match. If Emmy would have won, she would have got the title shot. But obviously, she did not win. So Jamie Hayter gets the win. Match was great. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And then afterwards, her, Rebel, and Britt Baker, baby, all celebrate in the ring as Rampage fades to black. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, pretty damn good match for that, and decent Rampage. And I gave it the same as Smackdown, 6.25 out of 10 stars. And that's it for Rampage, the final Rampage for January. As next week we start the quick month of February. We got three Dynamites and Rampages in February, and we're talking about Revolution. The March 3rd edition of Rampage, I think, is live. Because it's going to be in that great city of San Francisco, home of those Niners. And then we got on Sunday, March 5th, that is Revolution 5. So we got that. So pretty soon, if you blink, you're gonna miss most of February, and it was like, oh, we're talking about, wait, it's March already? We're talking about Revolution? Yeah, pretty soon. That's all I gotta say about that. So I'm gonna get out of here. I'm going to bed because I got a busy weekend. This weekend I got the Niners to worry about. I got some chores to do. I got places to be and places to do and people to do, if you know what I mean. So I gotta get all that done this weekend and watch the Royal Rumble, of course. So, but I got a couple of videos coming your way tomorrow. I got NXT review tomorrow. I'm gonna just quickly run through that. I'm not gonna go live. And then I'm gonna do my NXT predictions on TSL 53. That's not. I'm not gonna be live till probably maybe late tomorrow night, if not late Sunday night. So with your Royal Rumble review, then we'll be back, like I said, on a pretty normal schedule again on Monday Night Raw, and then all through the month of February. And that's pretty much it as we'll breeze through February. We've got the Elimination Chamber, we got Vengeance Day, we got the Super Bowl coming up. So that's gonna be a pretty short month, and then we got baseball season coming your way, and end of March. I got to do that thing. And then we'll be talking about WrestleMania, Supercard of Honor. And like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be doing those predictions and Mania week reviews and Mania and Supercard of Honor review. Those those reviews will probably come late after WrestleMania is basically done on April 2nd. Because the possibility I may be going to something with the Mets down in DeSantis country, but that's up in the air right now. I'm still working on the logistics of that, hoping things get done soon, and that's all I gotta say about that. So, but I'll let you guys know what's going on when we hit March, and that's it. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. 6.25 for both shows, out of 10 stars for both shows. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section, and that's it. So, all right, so I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Check out my Jeff McNeil video, because he re-signed with the Mets, 4-year, $50 million extension with the Mets, with a with a club option for a 5th year at $13.75 million. So he's with the Mets for the next 4, possibly 5 years. That's good. Now we're gonna get Alonso signed next off season or during the season. I'd rather do it off season. Don't want to have a problem doing the season. And we'll see what happens with that, because pitchers and catchers are coming up in 2 weeks. Can't wait for that. So, the boys of summer are coming back. Baseball is coming back. I can't wait. So we got that. And we move on from there. So, that's it. Alright. So watch that video. Link in the description box on the Peter fucking Gilmore channel. And that's it. Alright. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great weekend. And I'm signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your cookout. And if you're not down with that, I'm sorry, but I got 3 fucking words for you, because you can't do anything about it. Fuck you, man. That's it. That's it. Not down with that? Kiss my ass. And I'm out. Peace, bitches.